All right, for my videographer, this is 1750 to 1900, Part 3, Section 2. Section 2. 1750 to 1900, Part 3, Section 2. And I ran out of time that last one, but when I get back, our quizzes are going to start being just like what we did right there, short answers. You've got to be able to infer. And hopefully if we do this over and over and over and over and over, you'll get it. So be prepared for that. We'll start with that. All right, everybody, if you fill in the blank for 1750 to 1900, Part 3, get that out, ready to go. I'm ready to go. Yeah, you're always ready to go. All right, with the discovery of what new thing was discovered? In this era? No, good question. That's a fair question. Last era. The Americas. Right. With the discovery of the Americas, global trade took off, while at the same time already formed European and Asian trade routes grew by huge amounts. We kind of had this last unit, you know. I know. Just kind of, I'm going to start with this kind of trade, so I want to back up just a little bit and get a running start. Okay. I think you're wasting time, though. All right, number 2. The global trade and production became known as large-scale. What do you have when you have a business that goes from one country to another country? No idea. Transnational business. Transnational. Spell that. T-R-A-N-S. And then business, all one word, transnational business. So that means it's part of it's in one country and part of it's in another country. Kind of. That's good enough for now. Yeah, that's good. Just know it's in at least 2 countries. Okay. All right. The global trade, number 2, the global trade and production became known as large scale. You just did that. Wait, what's the answer? I forgot. Transnational business. And one example is the United Fruit Company. United Fruit Company. Didn't really let me participate in that. I know. I didn't know how to Socratic United Fruit Company. That is a tough one. All right. Letter A. Think of a country. What country do you live in? Tahoka. You don't live in Tahoka. And Tahoka's not a country. Oh, United States. Right. The United States-owned company. A United States-owned company. Based in, now what kind of place outside the United States, because you know it's transnational, would grow fruit? What's a good place for that? What's a good place to grow? The climate and everything. Latin America. Very good. Latin America. Central and South America. Latin America. And grew tropical fruits, mainly. Think of a tropical fruit. Pineapple. Good. Get another one. Banana. Right. Bananas. Bananas. Mainly bananas. Letter C. Shipped and sold mainly in the United States. That's right. Mainly the United States. They had so much power, they were able to influence the governments in these areas. Governments in these areas. Okay, you're going to explain all that, aren't you? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. All right, the United Fruit Company was a company based in America. Americans owned it. They went to Latin America and bought plantations, mainly banana plantations, and grew bananas. Took the bananas from there and sold it back in America. Well, why would the people work there? Well, the United States company paid the Latin American workers to work on the plantations. Oh, okay. All right. Now, the deal is, America was doing some things it probably shouldn't have done in Latin America. They were getting real cocky and breaking all kind of rules. Finally, the Latin American governments said, hey, we got to stop this. And the United Fruit Company goes, oh, really? Well, then we'll just pull our company out, and we are the only employer you have, so all your people are going to starve. And not only that, they won't pay any taxes. Your whole government will fall down if we leave. So they were able to influence foreign governments because they were so powerful. They offered so much. You got that now? Yeah, that's pretty good. All right. Let's go to another transnational business. Transnational business. What one do we know? United Fruit Company. Give me a little summary. The United States owns banana plantations in Latin America, and they're so strong they can influence the Latin American government. Very good. Now, do you think you can make all kind of inferences from that? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. All right. Another example of transnational business is the HSBC, or the Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation. Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation. Where's the K? I don't know. HSBC. Now, it was based in Hong Kong since 1865, when Hong Kong was a colony of, you know this, who controlled Hong Kong? Think dope addicts. The British! Oh, the opium thing! Yes, yes. Well, a colony of the British Empire after the what war? Opium War! That was still crazy. I know. They got everybody hooked on dope. They sure did. And the Chinese tried to stop it, had a war, they lost. Oh, the people on dope. That's right. Well, I mean, not everybody, but a lot. Yeah, a lot. Letter B. The bank's purpose was to finance the growing trade between China and Europe. But the bank used European principles, not Chinese. Okay, you just ran through that and didn't explain squat. All right. The whole purpose of the Hong Kong Bank was to finance trade between China and Europe. Are you there? Okay, that makes sense. Now, the bank is in Hong Kong. Okay. Hong Kong, theoretically, is under Chinese control. Right. But it's not, because the British are there. Right. So the British are running this bank according to European banking rules and not Chinese banking rules. Well, that's just rude. I know. They're in China. I know. They ought to go by Chinese rules. They should, but they don't. That's what's kind of embarrassing about the whole thing. They do it their way. They go by the European way, not the Chinese way. Okay. All right. Number 4. During this time period, there are also major developments in... I don't know. Well, read the rest of the question. Such as railroads? Yeah. So there's major developments in what? Getting places. And what's the cool AP word for getting places? Transportation? That's right. You said paces. I know. Letter A. Made possible by the invention of what kind of engine? Steam. Right. Steam engine. So the first railroads were powered by steam? That's right. So they had to have water on the railroad? That's right. And the railroad, the trains could only go not very far, 15 to 20 miles, and they had to stop and fill up with water again. Wow. Didn't know that. Letter B. Became the best way of transportation. That's right. Became the best way of transportation. Railroads were cheap compared to getting a bunch of horses in wagons and paying people and paying fee for the wagon. Water's pretty cheap. You know, when you look at it. Sure is. All right. Triggered the Industrial Revolution of Europe because they connected inlands to coastal port cities. Do you get it? Nope. All right. You had a factory in the middle of Germany. Now let's go England. Okay. You had a factory in the middle of England. You make product X. What's product X? It doesn't matter what product X is. Calm down. All right. You make product X. You can sell to some people in England. Good. But you make more money if you can get it to the rest of Europe. Right? So how are you going to get it to the ships? England's an island country. Wagons? Yeah, it used to be wagons. Now you have railroads. So it's even now cheaper to produce stuff in the factories. Once the railroads can get it to the port, once you're in the port, you put it on a ship. And remember, the cheapest transportation over water. That's right. Once you get it on water, you're good to go. Okay. All right. That way, products could be produced in factories, could be transported easily and cheaply. Kind of already gave us that one, didn't you? Yes, I did. Letter E. Also open land to not rural, but urban. Let's go urbanization. Okay. Also open land to urbanization. Many train stops became urban centers for that place. Let's just say area. Can I say place? Sure, say place. Area. Place. All right. Now, go ahead. You about to explain, aren't you? Yes. The whole thing is these trains were coming. They had to stop all the time and get water, and pick up food, maybe pick up more coal to heat the water. Well, some people realized, man, if I build a little store here, I can sell stuff to people who get off this train. Or I can sell stuff to the train. And pretty soon other people go along. That's why there are lots of cities in England and even in America that developed along the railroad line because the trains had to stop pretty frequently because they were steam engines. All right. And also the trains would unload. They might, the factory owners saying, man, if I can sell the stuff in point A right soon or short distance, why transport all this to point Z? I'm going to sell it here in point A and then sell some more in point B and on and on. So these little train stops became trading centers. That makes sense. It sure does. All right. Number 5. Another development in transportation was the, think of boats. Sailboat. No, we've already had that. We're in a new age. Think of the next kind of boat. Steamboat. That's right. So they use steam? That's right. The big paddle wheels. Oh, I've seen those in movies and stuff. Yes. Allow people to travel greater distances. Right, greater distances. And even after a while, they learned how to hook steam up to a propeller of a ship. And they could go all the way across the ocean. Wow! I know. Made it easier and quicker to cross the, what ocean? Don't say Pacific. I was about to say Pacific. Don't. Atlantic. Atlantic Ocean. It was 40 days sailing and only 15 days by steamship. Steamship is right. Very good. Letter C, increased world. I buy your stuff, you buy my stuff. Trade. Right, trade. Increased world trade and further connected Eastern and Western globes. No, it's not. What? Eastern and Western hemisphere. Right, hemispheres. Hemispheres. Number 6, another development in transportation was the, no idea, Suez Canal. The canals, right, canals. Letter A, Suez Canal opened in 1869, lessened travel time between Europe and, what's the fancy word for India? South Asia. Very good, South Asia. Canals allowed further use of boats for transportation of products. Okay, I have goods. Can I say products? Say products. And what else could be transported? Animals? Yeah, but not so much. People? People, yes, people. It's always cheaper. Be careful. Always cheaper to ship by boat than over the ground. Well, I have overland. Well, that'll work too. Overland. We better shut it down. Look at the counter. I know. All right, we're going to end that right here. We'll be back in just a minute.